Hey there, Jake Dempsey, CEO and co-founder of Project Broadcast. In this video, we'll talk about call forwarding, which is a way for you to leverage your Project Broadcast phone number, both for incoming phone calls and outbound phone calls, leveraging your Project Broadcast number, not your personal phone number. As a reminder, you can always visit training.projectbroadcast.com for additional training modules. You could also email us at support@projectbroadcast.com if you have questions about getting your account set up, the TCR registration process, or any other features that you've come across and need some guidance on. I'm going to hop over to Project Broadcast and we'll take a look at the call forwarding configuration and setup. When you log into Project Broadcast, you can access the call forwarding settings by tapping the arrow in the bottom left-hand corner, going to account, going to settings, and selecting call forwarding. So let's talk about what call forwarding is. When you share your Project Broadcast phone number with the world, they can send you text messages. But because it's a real phone number, they can also call you. By default, if you don't set up call forwarding and someone calls your Project Broadcast phone number, it just rings indefinitely. Setting up a call forwarding number tells us that when you receive a phone call on your Project Broadcast account, you want us to forward that phone call to some other phone number. Now, this may be your personal cell phone number. It may be your business. Maybe you have a brick and mortar business and you want to forward any calls to your Project Broadcast phone number to your brick and mortar business. You enable the Project Broadcast call forwarding feature, and then you have an additional feature that you can leverage called Allow All. Effectively, when you enable this feature, only contacts that exist in your Project Broadcast will be forwarded to the call forwarding number. Some people want that because they have kind of a closed contact list and they're not using Project Broadcast for prospecting. They only want people in their Project Broadcast contact list to call them, which reduces spam to their phone number. Now, if you're using Project Broadcasting for prospecting, then you want Allow All enabled because you don't know who's going to be texting your Project Broadcast phone number, and they may not already be contacts in your system. The way the process works is that if someone calls your Project Broadcast phone number, it will call your call forwarding number, and then you'll be prompted to press 1 to continue. When you press 1 to continue, it will bridge the calls together, and your contact never sees your personal phone number. They only see your Project Broadcast phone number because that is the phone number they called. Now, once you've gotten this call forwarding set up, you can also use Project Broadcast for outbound calling. So if I had a contact in my Project Broadcast account and I wanted to call them, I can go to the chat area and click Call Contact using PB number, and that will initiate first a phone call to your call forwarding number. You again will be prompted to press 1 to continue, and when you press 1, it will then call the contact's phone number, and once they answer the phone, it'll bridge the two calls together, and again, your contact never sees your personal phone number. They only see that they got a call from your Project Broadcast number. You can call someone from the chat thread by clicking Call Contact using PB number. You could also do it just by visiting the contact area of Project Broadcast. And if you have one of your contacts pulled up, you can click the same 3 dots and click Call using PB number there as well. Setting up call forwarding is a good way for you to get your Project Broadcast account really set up as a true business phone number. Because it's a true business phone number, you want to be able to send and receive text messages and make and receive phone calls on that phone number. And call forwarding is a way to make that happen. Always remember that when you set up call forwarding, you want to enable it, and then you make the decision, do you want anybody to be able to call your Project Broadcast phone number and it forward, or do you only want contacts who are in your contact list to be able to call the phone number? Also, keep in mind when you call someone, the system first calls your call forwarded number. You press 1 to continue, and then it calls the other party and bridges the calls together. Again, the purpose of this is to make sure you can share your Project Broadcast phone number with your contacts and never have to worry about leveraging your private phone number or exposing your private phone number on the internet.